Do you have knee pain that's not going away? Maybe you've had knee surgery and you've got pain from that. Maybe you're about ready to have knee surgery and like to avoid doing that. Whatever the cause, whether you've already had surgery, whether you've already had a lot of work done, maybe you've seen multiple clinicians, what you're about ready to see here is different than anything you've seen, because we're not going to go to the painful leg to treat it. We're going to go to other parts of the body that move well, like the other leg, like the trunk, like the arms, to fix your knee. And you're going to see, and you're going to say, how in the world did this work so quickly, and why has nobody ever told me about it? All right? When you see this happen, all of a sudden it's going to look weird or backward. But once you get done and it works, you're going to wonder, oh my gosh, this should have been known a long time ago, because it would help you get rid of a lot more pain. So my job today is to make sure you know how to do it. So I'm going to give you the instructions so that you can do it on yourself. All right? Then I'm going to tell you, after we've done the treatment, what you can do from there, okay? And maybe why some of it works, okay? So I've got a cement block to represent my step. And what you're going to do is, many of you have knee pain going up and down steps. So what I'd like you to do is to test yourself. And again, you might need a higher step or a lower step, because I don't want you to have a tremendous amount of pain, but I want you to go, oh yeah, okay, the right knee hurts and the left one's maybe easy. You're looking for one to be hard, yucky, maybe painful, maybe it feels restricted, and the other one to feel normalish. If they both hurt, this isn't going to be the exercise for you to change you. But you can at least test both sides, and you'll give it a score here in a minute. So you're just going to find which step up or step down bugs you. So I'm going to go forward, and maybe I'm going to go backward. This often really causes people a lot of pain. But slow your momentum down. All right, don't use a lot of momentum. And see which one's the hard one. You can even, maybe your pain's going off to the side and coming up like this. But you're going to test until you find a motion that hurts your knee. And if that doesn't hurt, maybe there's another motion you can do. But we call this the one-step quick fix, because 60% of you, just from this alone, will get pretty good, significant changes. Some of you, it'll be like, wow, that was the ticket. I'll explain that later, but let's just get right to the doingness of it. So I found a bad side is my right one. I want to score it, because I'm going to take that score and head to 0 with it. How do you score it? Well, if you do it and you say, that's a low, medium, or high amount of issue. How yucky is it? How hard is it? How much does it not feel like the other side that is the normalish one? And you go, okay, when I step up, let's just say it's a medium amount. Okay, 40, 50, or 60. The higher number, the worse it is. Don't think much about it. Just pick a number. If it's a low, 10, 20, 30. Just pick a number. If it's a high, 70, 80, 90, or 100. Higher the numbers, the worse it is. It's easy. Just pick one. What it does is allows us, let's say I just call that a 60. It allows us to go from 60, it's just a start point, that then we go and treat ourselves on the good side, and then I ask you to do it again on the bad, and you'll say, oh, that got better. Okay, good. It went from a 60 to a 40, or 60 to a 30, or 60 to 10, or maybe it went from a 60 to a 55, or maybe it stayed at 60. It's just a point that lets us know whether you're getting better or not. Cool? All right, so I'm going to call that a 60. Watch what I do. It's so simple. Do it with me. All right, so just going to do, and again, you can get on your own steps. You don't need a block like this. Some of you might only need a 2 or a 4-inch step because you have so much knee pain, and I don't want to kill you going up the steps, but just do it on the good side. This is one that feels good to me. Not the gooder. Not saying, oh, they're both bad, but this is the better one. No, you're not going to do it if you have that. All right? Just going to keep doing it. 2 sets of, most of you probably can get to 20. I don't know how conditioned or deconditioned you are. So go ahead, and if you only get to 15, that's fine. You only get to 12, that's fine. You only get to 10. Whatever you get to, just do it. I tell people to do it an amount that you go, okay, that's pretty good. And I won't mind doing it again here in a bit, because we're going to do 2 sets. Let's just assume that's 20 for me. Okay, I'm going to rest. How long? Well, again, I don't know how conditioned or deconditioned you are. Some people might wait 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Some people might need a minute or 2 minutes. No big deal. When you're ready, you're going to go do it again on the good side. So you're going to go And some of you say, can I just leave my foot up there? Some of you can. Just do this. Okay? Knock out as many as you wanted to do, 15, 20, whatever, until your leg feels like it's done a good bit of work. Not too much. I'm not trying to make you super sore or anything. Let's just assume I've done my 20 again. I might shake it off a little bit, and then I'm going to go, okay, so let's see what it did to my right hurt leg. And I come up, and I go, whoa, it was my whole knee. Now it's just right here. Maybe that's got more intense, but I go, overall, it speeds better. Like I'm going up quicker. It's easier to do it. 60 to 30. Awesome. That's what I'm going to write down. Sheet of paper. 60 to 30. I'm going to remember my head. I don't care. Good. So it worked. If something works, what should you do? Do more of it. 2 sets of 20. 2 sets of 15. Do it again. Okay? And I'm going to do it again. Rest. Then do it again. When I get done with those 2 sets of 15 or 20 or 10 or 12 or 8, I'm going to then recheck this one. Whoa, went from a 30 to a 15. Awesome, it's still working. Do it again. It typically takes people 2 sets of 20 reps or 15 or whatever to do 3 to 4 series before they plateau. When you plateau, I want you to remember this. This is a thing you won't hear anywhere else. In order to fix that knee, it might not be coming from the knee. Okay? So we just saw that it's getting better by treating the other side. What? Right? Well, guess what? We've done one of 3 body areas. You got legs, you got trunk, and you got arms. I want to go find out something else that might be tight in my trunk and see whether doing it to the yummy side, helps fix that even more. So let's say I plateaued and I'm at 15. Awesome. I'm going to go to the trunk. I really like to sit down oftentimes when I'm doing the trunk. So because it hits more of the trunk, but this motion, if you can feel it, a lot of times people, when they're in standing, they'll say there's no difference. That's fine. If you had to do one for 1,000 reps, which one would you choose to be the better one? Sometimes I tell people, sometimes if you just put your legs together, that locks you in a little bit more. Sometimes when you spread your legs way out, you'll notice one side more than the other. However, I also want to show you, sorry about the noise, I'm going to use a chair. I know I got out of the screen a little bit more. And I'm going to twist this way, far as I can. And then this way, a little tighter here. It just isn't as smooth. That one feels normalish. Remember, I'm looking for a yucky side and one that's yummy, as we call it. Or bad, good, harder, normally easy. Okay? Once I find it, I'm going to do 2 sets of 20 reps on this side. So if you found your motion, go ahead and do it with me. This will surprise the heck out of you. So many people with knee pain actually have a tremendous amount of restriction in their trunk. When they free it up, it frees the knee up. And they don't know why, okay? In other videos, I will or have already explained it. Why you have to do 3 areas, but I'm not going to get it in detail on this one. Okay, so I've done 1 set. And let's just now rest. You can pause the video if you need to, but then I'm going to go do another set. Pretty simple idea here, because I'm giving you the basic level of understanding. But even the basic level oftentimes improves about 88 to 92% of our people, like 50% or more. All right, but sometimes we don't hit it all the time. All right, because I'm going to show you, we're teaching you single-digit addition, if you will. I used to be a math teacher before I was a PT, and we're showing you the most basic stuff. But your issue might be up into calculus, right? You need to go through a bunch of things before you get to hit your stuff, because you have to peel yourself away like in layers, like an onion. All right, so let's just say I've done 2 sets of 20 twists. I'm going to recheck here, and yes, that feels better. Let's say I scored that a 30. I'd say right now it's a 0. Feels good. Now I'm going to go check to see if this is better on my right side, which was a 15. And I may go, whoa, notice the speed's better. And I go, I like that a lot. That means the twist is helping it. Cool, right? Do it until it's either 5 or less, or it plateaus again. Most of the time, all we ever do in a session is 2 different body parts. 2 plateau or 2 it's all better. What's all better in our mind? 5 or less. Because we don't use a scale of 1 to 10, we use 1 to 100 to give you bigger numbers. So we've gone from a 60 down to 5, let's say. Awesome, I'm done if I got there. I helped it with a leg and a trunk. If you have more time and you're not all better, you can try an arm raise. So I'm giving you guys a little bit extra on this because it's pretty cool. I've changed people with grinding knees with an arm raise. It's really wild. I did this on a doctor, and he said, how am I going to tell my people when I'm out golfing? Hold on. And he does an arm raise to whatever his good side was, and then he gets done and he steps and he goes, oh, now I don't have my, my grinding on my knees. And his people are going to say, well, what in the world are you doing? He goes, how am I going to explain this? All right. So it does happen, right? But once they see it work, you're going to say, hey, how many of you believe the body's all connected? We all do, right? So why can't a pull in the leg over here affect this one? Why wouldn't a pull in the trunk affect that knee? Why wouldn't something that's, when you lift up, is putting so much tension on a shoulder, right, and seeing restricted, why wouldn't that change? If we're all connected, there are parts of our body that are affecting us all over the place. It's just the knee is the weak joint. It's actually the one that's doing all its work and everybody else's. That's a little different thought. We're thinking that, hey, the knee is the problem area. The knee's not the problem area. It's now painful. It's now doing the work because this one locked up. Something in the arm and shoulder locked up. And all these things locked up, and they stopped working. This guy's been working his job and everybody else's job. So we got to get them back moving, and he won't have as much strain and tension and pain. Okay, so with this, all we do your arm raise, keep it up against your head when you test. Don't lean over. As soon as you get to where there's tension and you go, oh, I can't go any further, some of you will be able to go way back and compare it. This one's a little bit more tight for me today. I'm going to call it a 25. All right, now when I treat, I'm not going to pay attention about my head. I'm just going to go up and lift back. There it is. And it's an arm raise, it's a full body raise up and back. Full body raise up and back, right? Reaching with the thumb. I'm not just doing my arm, okay? I'm lifting up too. I'm doing my rib cage with it. And I do 2 sets of 20, all right? So again, I'm not going to do all those, but I'm going to do this. And notice it, I'm even bringing my chest up. I'm doing a little extension in my upper trunk. I'm letting it go, right? I'm letting my arm go back with my trunk and my ribs. Good. Let's say I've done 20. I'm now going to do another set when I'm rested. And I say, good, I'm ready to go. So I have a helicopter flying over. I'm not sure you can hear it. And then I'm going to do it again. Again, remember, I'm doing the good side. The things that move well in the body, not the things that don't. The good things will fix the bad things. You just never knew that. I don't care whether you're a patient or a clinician, all right? This needs to be gotten out there so that we can all heal quicker, and we don't have to go to somebody, all right? Unless it gets really intense. And what I say is you need to learn how to do the recipes for basic, which is with this, to more intermediate, to more advanced, to very complex, because I don't know where your problem is as far as what level in depth. We'll talk more about that in a bit. So I'm going to do another set of 20. Okay. Again, I don't have to bring my arm all the way down. If you want to, you can. Okay. It depends on what it feels better. Do another set of 20. I'm going to check my issue here that went from a 30 to a 0. That feels good. Again, I can write all this stuff down to pay attention to. And then I'm going to get up. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to say, holy cow. I thought that was a 5, but now that's even better than that. It feels as equal as the other side. And then you now have the basic understanding of what we call total motion release. We're trying to release your total motion by doing the motion that works well, not by doing what works bad or poorly. We're no longer trying to fix what's broken by doing what's broken. We're fixing what's broken by doing what works well. And because you are all connected, that's why it works, okay? Now, at this point in time, those of you who have had knee pain and nothing else going on in your body for 3 weeks or so, this is probably going to be awesome for you. This is great. What do you do for home exercise? You go and test yourself and see if your knee hurts. If it doesn't, no need to treat. 2 hours later, test it again. Oh, it hurts now. Good, treat it. If you say, well, I don't have time to, and 2 hours later you go and test it again and it's all better, well, your body knows how to heal you, and it's constantly trying to use what's good to fix what's bad. Okay? And that's why 2 hours later it's better. But let's say 2 hours later it's worse. You say, I don't have time. Good. All right? Life gets in the way. 2 hours later, test yourself again. Now you see it's getting worse. If you don't treat now, you know that I didn't treat. I knew it was getting worse. It's getting worse. And, 6 hours later, 10 hours later, if you're in more pain, you at least knew why you're in more pain. Because you need to rebalance yourself. Some of you are going to have to do this stuff. Now, what do you do for the exercise once you realize it's painful? What we just did. You repeat it. Those of you who've been out 3 weeks or only had 3 weeks left, this may be it. This may be all you need. Those of you who have other issues, other complaints, other major tightnesses, you tested your body, you found other things. You need to have more training. If you click down below, there's something that's called outsmartpain.com. That's for that's for general public. That's for my patients, right? For you guys. TotalMotionRelease.com is for clinicians. It's the exact same stuff I'm teaching you guys. This was developed for my patients. It works so well that I began teaching it to clinicians so they could take it out to their patients. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've gotten any benefit at all from this, all right, be sure to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Be sure to click the button down below and also comment and ask me any questions. And we get more and more people telling us how much better they are, and they've had things for years or haven't been able to get improvement. Cool? So again, if you've had it longer than 3 weeks, like you're at 3 months, 6 months, whatever, you need the ability to find deeper issues by learning how to progress these motions differently. There are more motions. Okay, there's more motions in your arms, there's more motions in your trunk, there's more motions in your legs. There are progressions with each of those motions. There's what I just showed you, very basic, right? Single digit addition. Well, there's double digit and triple digit, and there's subtracting single, double, and triple digits, and there's multiplying, right? There's algebra and calculus. I keep going back because I used to be a math teacher. But there's depths in which you need to learn, because the more you use your body, all right, chances are, especially if you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, or you're out gardening all the time, or you're in a job such as construction, or where you're, again, moving this wonderful body of ours, you're going to need to know more ways to fix yourself. You're going to have to know more ways to find issues. There's ways to do that. And again, thanks for being here. Watch all the videos you want on the page. You're going to see very similar stuff happening. I don't care what condition you have. I use something in the arms, something in the trunk, something in the arms. Every session I try to do at least 2 of those body areas. I don't try to do 3 usually. I showed you guys 3 for a bonus. Cool? All right, enjoyed having you.